Dude, we've got so many new things we're doing that has already been seeing such drastic improvements.
One thing I do want to bring up is you guys, your quality is getting better and better and better. Um, there is a lot mechanically going on with this game.
Mhm.
What are you guys doing to ensure that the quality gets better with this game? And also, one other question I had too that goes with the quality and whatnot. I know that other companies have a machine that essentially tests the mech so many times. It's like 24/7, 365. Do you guys do that as well with your mechs to ensure that these are going to last over the life of the unit?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for the most part, a lot of the mechanism features we are using are, quite a few of them are from decades of pinball use and experience. I mean, like drop targets, auto launchers, pop
Yeah.
bumpers, things like that. I mean, those have been used for so long, and they've gone through so much stress testing that you can very confidently rely on those. But yeah, once you get a feature like a double barrel shotgun mech, yeah, you need to fire that thing about 10 to 20 to 2 billion times to make sure it's not going to fall apart out in the field. And then somehow, some way, it will still find a way to do it. But it will fire that 20 billion times in your office first before it gets out into the field. Yeah, we do stress testing like that all the time. We used to have this compressor room that was always super loud that we would put things like that in to do the testing on, because then you wouldn't at least have to listen to it all day, and you just
Oh
check
yeah.
on it throughout the day to make sure it's still firing and working. But quality, dude, we've got so many new things we're doing that has already been seeing such drastic improvements. And as we've been entering this Evil Dead build, I'm feeling so confident in it. So we moved into the new factory, which I've talked about this quite a bit, but we've moved into the new factory, which was completely designed around workflow and quality improvement, to improve on those things from our previous factory. We spent like 11 or 12 months designing that, making custom rigs, figuring out what the workflow is going to be, kind of restructuring our build process overall to get more of a true assembly line feel to it. And on top of that, a lot of our employees that we have now have been with us for years and years. They've built thousands of games. They have such a deeper understanding of pinball now than they did before. We've also hit what I feel is a really great spot in game sale, like unit count in what we produce every year. Because I mean, you got to remember when we were in the Halloween days, we were trying to do 40 games a week, which was
Yeah.
just so many when we had previously been doing Rick and Morty, which was 750 games in a year. We got to Halloween Ultraman, it was 1,700 games in a year. So we
Oof.
had to do that
Yeah.
also amidst all the COVID craziness when we'd gotten back. So, I mean, where we're sitting right now, we have so much more experience. We have so much refined and redesigned mechanisms and build quality improvements that we've learned since our first design on Halloween. We have employees with 10 times the amount of experience now that they had before, and such a much deeper understanding. And then, even still, on top of all that, I'm still adding new things all the time to our production process to improve the checks and everything. My joke lately that I want to do, when you go to the hardware store and you're buying paint and they put it in one of those machines that shakes it
The
up really
shakers.
violently.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
want to put my cleared sticker on the game. I want JR Boxing Guy to wrap it up, and I want him to put it in one of those and just shake the hell out of it. And then I'm going to put it back up on a stand and just go through it again.
Mm.
Whatever I can do to keep improving the process, I'm going to do. But I think the culmination of all those things is really going to show on Evil Dead when it gets out there. And Spooky Luke has really done a fantastic job of just going through this particular design and refining it over the last year to make sure it's as ready as possible. Because another thing, I'm sorry if I'm ranting about this for too long.
You're fine. No,
Another
you're
thing
good.
that's helped us improve with quality as well is how much further ahead we're getting built to. Because so many times, quite transparently, we were scrambling to get up to our game launches for so many years, trying to make sure the game was finished and ready to go hit the production line. But now we're working on 4 or 5 games in the future, some of which, like 3 or 4 of those, are being coded on right now. That's so much more time to go back through the build and look at it again on how you can go and redesign certain elements of it to make sure it's more robust and easy to build for production. Because when we first started Evil Dead, we were very aware like this is so many items. We have to make sure we can build this. And Luke did so many pass throughs making sure that it is going to be so robust. I mean, just built so strong. And I think that's going to show. I'm feeling really good about it. I mean, at the end of the day, it's always pinball. Pinball is a wear and tear machine. It's going to take a lot of
Yeah.
abuse,
Yep.
especially on locations. It's going to take so much abuse, and there's maintenance with that. But I think we're really coming into our own here, not just on the quality control fronts at Spooky Pinball, but everything. We've got our layouts tuned into where we want them. We've got the licensing tuned in where we want it, the quality tuned in where we want it, the code tuned in where we want it, the art tuned in where we want. I can keep going. It's we've really hit our stride, and we all are feeling it. We all are feeling so much better and more relieved right now than we did a few years ago where it was just overwhelming everything that was going on all the time. So, yeah, we're feeling good.
That was just a taste of our full episode that's out right now, episode 154. Check it out on our channel at Loser Kid Pinball.